Hey everyone, welcome back for round 4 of the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. This is the last agreement that we will be talking about. Previously, we have talked about being impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, and don't make assumptions. Sorry, I had to write it down. All 3 of those are very important to everyday life. They all kind of build on each other. If you watched video number 3, you'll understand how they're all kind of interconnected. Now we come into the 4th agreement, which is always do your best in everything that you do, in anything that you do, whether it's washing your dishes, to working at your job, to cooking food. Always do your best. A lot of us have a tendency to live in this fear of failure or a learned helplessness or even a fear of success in this world, all of which kind of help us kind of sail just under the radar. And when you're one of those people that's sailing just under the radar, you're not really enjoying what you do. You're not enjoying your life because you're not living it to the fullest. We look at other people who are overachievers, who are actually just above that line that you're sailing under. And we look at them and we get bitter because we're like, oh, why are they trying so hard? And, oh, God, oh, their ego. And, oh, God, they just want attention. And, oh, everybody pays attention to them. Nobody pays attention to me. I do my work. Why don't I get a raise? The reason those people are getting the raises, the reason those people are getting attention is because they are living to the best of their ability. They do the best in everything that they do. Michael Jordan, I think we all kind of know who he is, as a famous basketball player. He was cut from his high school basketball team. He went out that summer and he practiced basketball to the point where he made sure he made the team the next year. And he went on to become one of the most famous basketball players of all time in any country. The thing is, when people ask him about his success, he realizes that he knew he needed to wake up every day and challenge himself to be better. Because the second he stops trying, someone was going to surpass him. That's an awesome mindset, okay? The thing is that when we get comfortable and we think we're steady, we stop trying. It happens at work. It happens in relationships all the time. We stop trying because we're comfortable. And that's usually when things start to break down in relationships. Because the other person is like, why'd you stop trying? What happened? Like, why aren't you passionate anymore? Why aren't you trying anymore? What did I do? And it causes uncomfortable conversations. For me in my past, when people stop trying, when they get comfortable, I feel an energy shift. I feel like I'm not important anymore. And I am very aware that that's my ego, but it's what I feel. And I try to communicate that with people. And unfortunately, they take it personally and they assume things and I assume things. And fights happen. A way to do your best in everything that you do is just to wake up every day and treat others as you want to be treated. It's a philosophy that is founded in almost every organized religion out there. I was raised Catholic, so obviously, I'm basing it off of teachings of Jesus, but, it's a philosophy found in every religion, in every way of life out there. Treat people as you would wish to be treated. It's easier said than done for some people because there are some really crappy people out there. I think it's Jim Rohn. He was a famous, motivational speaker for business. And he said, he's got this story about how there's really only 4 really mean, awful people in the world. But they move around a lot, So odds are you're going to run into one of the 4, maybe multiple times in your life. Most people are good-hearted Most people aren't trying to hurt you. Most people aren't trying to offend you. And if you treat people the way you want to be treated, you'd be amazed at what you're going to get back. With everything going on right now in the globe, I'm amazed at the humanity that's actually coming out of a lot of people. You know, yeah, you have a lot of people hoarding stuff and being really selfish and me. Like, I need to protect myself. And it's like Tickle Me Elmo from whatever, like 15 years ago when people were tackling each other in stores. We're just doing it over toilet paper now. But the humanity that's coming out of people is absolutely beautiful. You know, the clips that you see from different countries of people coming together and trying to, you know, unite in a really difficult time is, you know, it feeds this part of my soul that just reminds me how beautiful life is and that we take a lot for granted. You know, just the other day I was driving home. I had gone to Buffalo to visit my mother, and I was driving back to Connecticut because there was talk about a shutdown, a stay in order, and I wanted to make sure I was back in my house before that happened. I stopped at a rest stop, and I used my sleeve to open the door so I didn't have to touch it, and I walked into the restroom after holding the door for another woman, and she walks in and she goes, "Hey, I have some wet wipes. Would you like one?" And we all know wet wipes are like gold right now, right? And I was like, "Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that." She goes, "No problem. Thank you for holding the door." Oh my God. Would that have happened 2 months ago? Probably not. But it made me feel, you know, good about humanity. Not because I held the door for someone and not because someone was nice and offered me something, but because there's good people still out there. And we both woke up that day and decided to be the best that we could be that day and treat people with respect and treat people the way we wanted to be treated. Now, another thing is to remember, not everybody's best is the same. We see this in the educational system a lot. I think it's a Darwinian joke. You can't judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, right? So the importance of doing your best is realizing that your best might not be the best as someone else, and that's okay. Just because someone else has a strength that you don't have doesn't mean that you don't have a strength that they don't have. You know, the importance is not measuring yourself to other people's expectations or assumptions. The important part is measuring yourself only against yourself. With everything that's been going on in my life recently, all the loss that I've faced, this twin flame journey that I'm on, I wake up every day and I promise myself to be better than I was the day before, to work through everything that is still within me, to understand why I'm triggered by certain things, to work through my ego, to set my ego aside and respond with compassion and empathy to everyone. There's a lot of negativity out there, and what this world needs is a lot more positivity. I almost broke into What the World Needs Is Love by the Beatles. Great song, by the way. The big thing to remember here is if you wake up every day and you push yourself to be better than you were the day before, you're going to realize that the limits that you set on yourself don't exist. Every day you get higher. Every day you get better. And if you fall, it's not about you falling. It's about how you get back up. Get up. Learn from it. Do better. Be better. And you're going to be amazed at how your world and your life is just going to transform right before your eyes. All right, everyone. That's the last of the 4 agreements from the book. 4 agreements. I am going to do one more video based on the 5th agreement, and I might build it off because the 5th agreement by Don Miguel and Don Miguel Ruiz, his son, kind of breaks down into some other things. But this next video will be the 5th agreement, and then after that, we'll break down the other ones and move forward. I hope you're enjoying these clips. I hope you guys actually go out and try and grab this book. It's kind of awesome, and I think it definitely is a little bit of the healing that this world needs right now. Be safe, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I'll see you soon. Deuces.